Alright, so I put this mattress in here. This is a somewhat expensive inflatable mattress thing. It's really good for keeping the warmth in. I don't know if that's going to be good for being in the car. I mean, when it's cold it's good, but if it's warm it's probably going to be too hot. But you can see we put it like this so that way you're not rolling and hitting the side of the wall, and then you got that. And I actually have two of these, so I guess I could technically put two in here if I ever fold this down, and I can just curve it up and you have like the whole area to sleep. But again, this thing I need to wait to bring it in on April 11th, and I don't know how long it will take them to fix. But you can see it fits nicely. I just tucked that thing in the corner there, and then yeah, then it fits well. If I don't tuck that in, then the thing is sticking out, but that's nice because then it kind of holds it in place. The only thing is, of course, I can't like inflate it too high, otherwise it'll start popping itself out. All right, and yeah, that's the update. See you all later. I'm going on a trip to San Diego. Bye. My brother laying in there. Yeah, you can see you have because the door things go out. You even have your arms.
You can put your
you can put
right
stuff here.
Right
if you want, or eventually hopefully we'll fold it down, but for now you can put stuff. You have the storage.
Yeah, you can put stuff.
And
right
you have
here.
arm
you
rooms.
Put stuff in the seats in between there.
And you can even plug in your phones in there and keep using it from the USB-C ports.
Hours and 30 minutes.
Alright, so we're driving now to visit my sister. She's in San Diego right now. As you can see, it's gonna make us stop at Supercharger in Harris Ranch. 2 hours and 3 minutes, 134 miles from here. If you actually swipe down this thing, oops, it'll show you the route it's taking and all the chargers it's going to use. So I'm actually going towards San Diego Zoo right now. That's not really where my sister is, but but here you can see all the chargers they tell you on the way. So it looks like we'd have to, according to this, we'll stop at 3 chargers. I don't know how accurate that is. It tells you how much percent the battery will be approximately and all of that, and what times you'll arrive at each supercharger. So one at 12:40, one at 2:30, and another at 4:30. And they show you what percentages, how long they want you to charge there. So you can see 20-minute charge there, 20-minute charge there, 18-minute charge there. Or, sorry, I'm blind, 15-minute charge there. But yeah, and then it says we'll arrive at the zoo at 22%. But I don't want to end up arriving there with so low charge, so I'm probably going to charge to like 80% or so at the 3rd supercharger. We'll see what I do. I might do longer stops at each one, but that's what it's showing. And yeah, see you guys later. So if I didn't mention earlier, I'm letting the car drive itself for the most part. I just control it if it's like telling me to move the wheel or put pressure on the wheel, or if I feel like it's doing something weird. But so far it hasn't really had any issues. We're going slow, 55 miles an hour, because we don't need to arrive so soon. And I noticed that okay, it's going back over to the left lane on its own, so here you can see.
Oh, buddy. No.
So it saw 2 lanes split with no lines. It got confused, and then it went to like the 3rd lane over. I mean, it saw there's no cars, so technically it wouldn't get in an accident or anything. But yeah, you don't want to be switching 3 lanes at once like that. So at first it was in the lane to the right. Then because the lines in the middle disappeared, it kind of went in between both of those lanes, and then it swerved back over to the other lane. So basically it went 1.5 lanes over. But yeah, so I'm driving 55 miles an hour, and as you can see, we're getting about 257 watt hours per mile right now. That will likely change as we continue going. It says 258 now. We drove for about 20 minutes so far, 17 miles, and we'll see how the efficiency changes over time. It's going higher right now because we're slightly going up a hill. I'm going to tell it to go over to the right lane, so I'm just signaling, and you can see it automatically goes over to the right when it sees no cars next to it. Alright, one thing with the right lane, you probably would actually like to be in one lane over to the left if there's multiple lanes and you're not going slow like I am, because whenever there's a merge and the lanes combine, it likes to hug the right side of the lane. So the car will actually go over to the right hand side of the lane instead of staying to the left or in the middle. So that's one thing that's a little weird with how the self-driving does if you're in the far right lane. But yeah, if you're in the other lanes, then you're fine. It won't do anything weird like that. Okay, we'll see you guys later. Oops. So here you can see it flashed blue. That's to tell me to move the steering wheel. Every so often it also shows messages at the bottom saying to apply slight turning force. Yeah, so we're still going. You can see an hour and 7 minutes according to this, 79 miles. But that's not really accurate because I'm driving 55 miles an hour, so it's impossible to do 79 miles in an hour and 7 minutes at this speed. So, oh, I missed it. It was saying apply slight turning force. Anyways, if I push the little car thing down there, okay, and we're going to go to the trips. You can see we used about 252 watt hours per mile so far. We've driven already 70 miles. Alright, hour 20 minutes. And yeah, we're just going to continue. The car's already at 56%, down from about 80. So, yeah. Anyways, let's see here. I'm kind of curious. Usually I'll try and charge when it's about 20%. I try not to go too low beyond 20%. So, we'll see. If it pops up that message, I'll see if I can get it here for you guys. I'm like not really moving the steering wheel much. Oh, there you go. Apply slight turning force. So that's kind of how it warns you to keep your hand on the wheel if you're using the full self-driving. If you keep ignoring it, it'll eventually shut off the full self-driving or the autopilot, and then it will tell you that that feature has been disabled for the for that trip or something. So I don't know if that means once you stop, like just park the car and then start going again, it'll re-enable, or what's going on. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna keep going and we'll see you guys in a bit. Bye. Alright, interesting. So we're about 55 miles away from the supercharger, and it's preconditioning the battery already, which I'm surprised. I mean, it's only 63 degrees Fahrenheit outside. I think what preconditioning does is it basically warms up the battery so that it can accept the charge better. I don't know if I mentioned, but the acceleration on this car is nice, because I just had a car that almost rear-ended me. They were just like going, like right now I'm driving 55, right? I think the speed limit 70. They were just staying in this lane going like flying. They were probably doing like 80 or 90, and then I saw them like getting really close to me, and then I just floored it to get out of it. And then after that they slowed down a little, and then they switched over to the left lane, sped up and passed me. I mean, I didn't want to keep driving fast, but yeah, if I didn't speed up, they would have actually hit me. Yeah, because I saw their taillights disappear in the little window. So, and yeah, so it's preconditioning. I didn't know it would start preconditioning that soon. So I've noticed that while it's preconditioning, the battery level drops a lot faster. So keep that in mind if you're preconditioning your battery, that it will consume the battery faster, so your range will actually decrease from that. So I think if at least from my experience, if you're trying to get maximum range out of the battery to get somewhere and then charge up, then you might want to manually set the location for the supercharging. That way you can not do the preconditioning. But the preconditioning probably helps your battery last longer, so it really depends on what your actual goal is. If you want to make it so that you can continue driving a bit longer, or if you want to make sure your battery lasts longer in the life of your vehicle, which that's, yeah, a good idea. Then yeah, but just letting you know you have those options. So if you wanted to pretty much drive and get there with more percentage on the battery, you can drive there without doing the preconditioning, but then you'll have to know where you're going. Right, anyways, that's it for now. See you all probably when we get to the supercharger. Right, bye. Alright, so we're getting close to our first supercharging station. As you can see, about 5 miles. The car is driving on its own. There were a few times where I felt like cars were getting too close or about to hit me, so I took it out of full self-driving, floored it, and yeah. But anyways, other than that, for the most part, the full self-driving did pretty well. There were a few exits where I felt it wasn't going to take it, so then I had to like just turn the wheel, pull it away from the full self-driving. It's not like a easy turn, so when you pull it away from the full self-driving, you feel like the resistance, so you have to like really mean that you're pulling it away. It's not like it's really hard to do it, like with that you can't, but you have to mean it. Like you can't just like be gently pulling on it like you're steering. Anyways, here you can see we got about 4.4 miles to go. If you look at the trips, we used about 200, or we're using about 252 watt hours per mile right now. We've been driving for about 2 hours and 40 minutes almost, and you can see we went about 145 miles. At the first stop, we're gonna charge to 80%, see how long that takes. I'm thinking it's gonna take about half an hour or so. I don't know if it's still preconditioning because I tapped the preconditioning thing and it just disappeared, so I don't know if that stops it from preconditioning or if that just makes the little notification disappear. But yeah, anyways, we'll be there soon, and I'll see you guys once we arrive. Alright, so we're at the exit now, going towards the supercharger. Because mine doesn't have the city self-driving beta, I just took it out of the Autopilot when I go into these smaller streets. I don't trust it enough to drive these yet, so we'll see. It makes a lot more mistakes right now without the city one, and even the city one don't make mistakes so with the beta, so you kind of want to be careful. Alright, so okay, we're getting to two lanes, one-way traffics. Alright, so we're almost there, 0.3 miles, and we'll see you guys once we're at the charging station. Alright, so it looks like we're almost there. It looks like it's attached to a Shell gas station, and there's some other stuff here. You see something barbecue? What's that? It's kind of hard to see in here. Shell. Okay, let's see. So where are... Oh, I'm on the wrong side. So maybe we should go restroom. I guess we can cross over. So are those restaurants or something? Okay, we'll turn left here. You can see it's saying... Why is it saying negative 23? Oh, if we continue on without charging, we'll be at negative 23%. Okay, we're gonna... Well, gas is $6.18 per gallon for regular. Over here. Okay, so we're gonna go here. It looks like this is also a restaurant. Yep. So, if you want, there's a restaurant, country store. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna see if the car will park itself into one of these, maybe. There's nobody here. Okay, there's like one car. Look at all those green lit up ones. So I'm going counter traffic right now. Hey, these chargers have like the ones that you just drive into and that you don't have to reverse out or reverse into them. But anyways, I'm gonna go into one where we have to reverse. Let's see if it's gonna be able to park itself. I rarely use the self-parking thing because it usually doesn't work properly. So let's try and start going close to the parking spots and see if it's gonna see it. Nah, I don't think it's gonna see it, huh? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna park myself because I don't think it's gonna see it. And I'm gonna end up hitting that other one. Let's go forward. It's hard to do this while holding a camera. Okay. And I guess we'll go into this one and then we'll just fix it up. So I like how the side repeater camera, so you can see the lines in there. So I can see that my car actually went into the lines. And then I can adjust my parking a lot better. So you can see, right? And then we can be more centered. I mean, I'm not centered, but you can see, all right? And then basically you want to have that disappear under your car. That's how you know that you kind of backed up enough. And we'll stop this. You can open the charge port in several ways. You can push that little lightning bolt. You can push this and tell it to open charge port. You can push it, tell it to open butthole. You can get out of the car and you can, oh, it smells like cow poops here. You can push this and it will open, or you can even grab this and you can push the button here and pop that open. So we're gonna plug this in. Okay, we'll wait for it. It should turn green. It's blinking blue right now. And here you can see how close we are parked, oops, to it. I almost tripped on this rubber bumper here. You can see how close we are. It's still flashing blue. And there we go, starting to charge. All right, I didn't check how much it costs to charge right now. Usually after midnight it's cheaper, but let's see here. So here you can see current session 0 right now. It's charging at this speed. I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna get out and go to the restroom. But here you can see it's going only 62 kilowatt hours. That's pretty slow charge rate. So I don't know what the charge rate of this is rated at, but that's pretty slow, I think. Anyways, right now it's set to charge to 88%. I can change it to like 90 or something, make it a little bit higher. And I prefer adjusting this in the phone app because it's more, it works a lot better. This one, it's not as accurate. Oops, sorry. And as I move this, it kind of sometimes doesn't sit at the right thing. So anyways, I set it to 90. I don't think I'm going to actually charge it to 90, but we'll see. 61 kilowatts. There you go. 255 miles per hour. That's how fast it's charging. And yeah. All right, it says about 35 minutes remaining to continue trip, which that's probably like assuming I don't want to have it like charged to 90%. I think it's gonna just do it so I can barely get to the next charge point, which I might do because this is actually really slow charging. I don't know what the actual charge rate of this is, but there's no other cars here, so it shouldn't be that slow. Let me see if I can actually check here. If you go into navigate, charging, and there's 15 available chargers here. So if I press this, you can see, oh, that's actually kind of expensive too. It's 39 cents per kilowatt hour. So this one's not too cheap. I don't know why this is blocking it. Get out of my way. Okay, this stuff is all blocking it. That's not, it's not very good. Okay, there we go. Now it's doing it right. So it should charge at 150 kilowatt 150 kilowatts, so I don't know why it's going so slow. Here you can see the charging is 39 cents. Let's see what the other charging costs nearby. So if we keep continuing on our way, we can go over here, 37 cents. We can go here, 38 cents. 38 cents. Oh, this one is, look how cheap this one is. Wait, why is it, stop it. 24 cents from, I don't know why it's like going off into the thing, the what do you call? The UI is kind of bugging out. It's not staying centered like it should. So if we push that 21, yeah, I don't know what, it's blocking it, so I can't see. Can I add this? There we go. There we go. It won't let me look at it the way I want to look at it. Why is it being weird? But that's only 24 cents. So this one's a lot cheaper if we go to this one. But it's blocking the freaking thing. I can't see it. Let me add this to favorites. Just because it's cheaper, and see if that doesn't, I don't even know what that does. Can I just move this? Oh, there we go. I have to like slide that up. There we go. I don't know why it does that. But here you can go. You can see a lot of stalls. At 12 a.m. it's 24 cents per kilowatt hour. And at 4 p.m. to that is that. So it's actually better if I can make it to this charger. How long is it going to take to get there? 137 miles. So if I go here, because then I can get rid of this this one. So I'm going to say continue trip here and see what it says to get to that other supercharger. Is it doing it? Okay, so if I go to the Bakersfield one, it says it'll be about 10%, and the way I drive, that'll probably be plenty. This is how far. This is all going down to the trip, right? So we're going to San Diego down here. Okay. So yeah, I'd rather charge at this Bakersfield one. Okay, that's that. Let me do that. 8 stalls available, 10, and wait, that's the wrong one. Where's the one I was looking at? 21. Okay, so I want this one. And this is, oh, that's the Tejon Ranch or something. So what we're gonna do, we'll continue there. Can we delete this? How do I just delete one? Okay, I'm gonna cancel that, I guess. We'll re-navigate to San Diego Zoo. And we're gonna navigate charging. We're gonna select our own charger place because the ones they want are not as cheap. They're trying to go to like some expensive ones. What happened to all the superchargers? I'm confused now. Okay, we're going here. And is it that one? Okay, it's this one that's hidden. 37? No. What happened to the one I was looking at before? 9, 8. What are all these broken things now? Oh, closures. Interesting. There's a million charge points all along the way. This one's 24 cents per kilowatt hour. So you can see all the different chargers here. 39. Wow, that one has a lot of superchargers. So I don't know what happened to the one I was looking at before, but it disappeared. So yeah, anyways, I'll figure that out, and yeah, we'll be back later. So we're gonna unplug this now, and we're gonna drive to the gas station or something to use the restroom. I only charged it to like 40%. So we're gonna go to another one that's cheaper, assuming I can find one. I don't know why it's having an issue navigating now. Maybe the signal's not good here. But yeah, if I push that, oh, there we go. So now it's doing it, and then we'll continue. But yeah. Alright, so we'll continue on. We got 41%, and we'll see you guys later. Here you can see now I spent $3.12 charging from, I think it was 25% to 41 or something like that. Alright, let's go. So they have this, restrooms. Uh-oh, we're doing some CPR. They're doing some CPR here. So the restrooms are outside apparently, I think. But where? We're at Harris Ranch. It said this way. Is it this? Employees only. Oh, it's out here. Okay, so we just keep walking. So I should have just parked right here. I didn't see it. Okay, so we're just going to use the restroom, and we'll continue on our journey. The other restrooms were closed, so they were cleaning them, so we're going over here. Bye. Alright, so we're going to leave that poop smelling area. This poop smelling area. Bakersfield is our next stop. We're going to charge for 10 minutes. And then we're gonna go to the Tejon Ranch one over here. All right, they need to fix that where I have to wiggle it to get out from hiding. So there's the Bakersfield one, and I think the Tejon Ranch is this one. Yeah, and there you can see 24 cents per kilowatt hour, so much cheaper. So that's where we're going. And yeah. Alright, so I found out how to do it. So if you have all those charging stations and you don't want to use the ones that they gave you, what you can do is you can scroll down to the bottom of the list, and they have this remove all charging stations option. It'll get rid of every single supercharging station that's there, and then you can go through the navigate to charging and find what you want. So I already put the Tejon Ranch because it's cheaper, and it said that it recommends I stop at Kettleman City to charge up a bit before that. So it's kind of nice. They actually will let you do that, and it will automatically tell you should charge at these specific spots. Hey.
Whoa, what happened?
It was going over the bridge and then it got scared.
Supposed to go slowly.
No, the car got too scared. So it saw like the overpass ramp thing, and then it got scared of that, so it kind of hit the brakes. So my mom got scared. But here you go. So we're gonna go to that charging station. Those charging stations will charge up a bit, and we'll see how it goes. But we're at 38% right now, and it's preconditioning the battery again, or still. Alright, see you guys later. Alright, so we're almost at the exit. So navigate on autopilot is basically telling me it's not gonna do it for me, so I'm gonna do it. Alright, turn right here. And we're about, how far from this charging? About a mile, so I'm not gonna record this entire thing, of course, and I'll see you guys when we get there. Whoa, all these trucks are here. What is... Oh, okay, I thought they were in the road, but they're just off to the shoulder. See, even my autopilot's not work. My own brain autopilot thought trucks were in the lane, so. Alright, turn left here. Okay, so we'll see you guys when we get to the charger. So we're almost there. 0.1 miles. The gas here is $6.16 a gallon. That gas station looks closed though. It's like dark, so hopefully the Tesla chargers are open. We gotta turn left and turn left up here. So we'll see. Oh wait, are we charging at an actual Tesla store? Got a giant Tesla sign here. Okay, interesting. We're at an actual Tesla. Whoa, I've never seen Tesla supercharger where they actually made it like a gas station. This is fancy. They got these, oh, this one's like solar powered and everything. Look. Ooh, and nobody's here. Interesting. Line forms here, so they got a sign. There's nobody here. I wonder what's in that building, if it's open 24 hours or...
Kind of like a lounge. Maybe restroom or something.
Yeah, let's go and see. I'm curious. And they have, what is this? These are restrooms out here. So they have restrooms outside. And I'm gonna be lazy for once, and I'm gonna just park forward into
by
here.
the other place over
Where?
there.
The building?
Building to go in and see what's
Want
in
to go in the
there.
restroom? Okay. Or inside. Okay. This seems harder to park. Seems harder to park vertical, like forwards, actually. This is weird. So, okay, I'm gonna like go out here, and then we're gonna turn into one of these. And they have the slow chargers. Am I gonna hit that thing? No, okay. I got too spoiled by the cameras. It's easier to park backwards than to park forwards in this car by a lot. Like, there's no camera here to tell me if I'm gonna hit a curb or something. Alright, so I'm gonna stop. The sensors, I don't trust the sensors enough. So let's go ahead and park, and we're gonna charge up. It says to charge about 10 minutes. And we'll take a look inside. There, it looks like they have Tesla Solar and Powerwall. It's kind of like, I guess, a museum-ish kind of thing. Alright, anyways. Or a showroom. Not a museum. Okay, so we're gonna push this button. Hopefully that opens. Open. Nope. Manually. Okay. And we'll plug you in. Plug that baby in there. Let it charge up, and we'll let it go for about 10 minutes. Let's see. Hopefully it turns green. And well, I'll go walk inside, and let's see what the charge rate is. It's still blinking blue. It's taking a while to connect. And here I'm gonna turn the air off just so. Oh, the door's open over there, so my dad walked in. You can see it's starting to charge. This one's actually charging faster, so here you can see it's ramping up. Let's see if it gets really close to 150. We got 145 kilowatt hours, or kilowatts per hour. All right, and 605 miles per hour charging speed. And yeah, it says to just charge for 7 minutes, so that's nice. And then we can continue our trip. All right, so we'll see you guys later. Go ahead and walk into the building. Got a giant Tesla T logo here. Okay. Oh, my mom's coming out. They got this with all the solar. Huh? What? It locks itself. Yeah. You just walk, if you walk far enough, it will lock itself. Lounge code can be found in your vehicle's touchscreen. Interesting. So you can get a lounge code to go in here, so that way only Tesla owners can come in, apparently. I don't know why. This says 250 kilowatt max, so I don't know which ones are actually 250 kilowatts. But yeah, all right. So this is pretty nice. They have this to show you like their solar, their battery packs. In person, it's not as big as I was thinking, actually. Then they have this coffee station, but it looks like it's all closed right now. So I guess, oh, here, from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. So they'll have people, and you can actually get some drinks here. You can actually buy drinks. Credit cards only, though. Autopilot. So that's so funny. Okay, they have those different drinks. That's kind of cool. So we stopped at a nice fancy one that we wouldn't have stopped at. They have little toys for kids on the wall. Okay. What else? They got all these vending machines for different stuff. If you want Lunchables or some sandwiches. What's that? Oh, snap. Pickles? Yeah, pickles. And you got these different kinds of snacks here. Chips, Doritos, mixed up. I don't know why they stack different chips in different ones, so you can't get... Oh, okay, I guess they have them. Oh, here they go. Flaming Hot Cool Ranch Doritos. I need to try those later, but I'm going to buy a big bag because that small bag to me is not worth $1.50. So then they got sodas here, Gatorades, Powerades, whatever's in there. Vitamin waters, Monsters. You get this. And they have, oh, Tesla Wi-Fi. So you get free internet. Uh-oh, now I'm gonna get unauthorized non-Tesla users coming from my video to get free Wi-Fi out in the middle of nowhere. They have a nice picture mural or whatever of this Tesla Model 3, I think is. Yeah. And they got these little divider areas so you can have little conference meetings, I guess, by yourself. They got a water machine here. More Tesla Wi-Fi. Got places to plug your laptops in and things like that to work if you want. And TV going with their service stuff. And more bathrooms inside. So they have bathrooms inside and bathrooms outside. Okay, it looks pretty nice and clean other than the paper that's on the floor. And they have one of those air blowing machines. Okay, so I already went to the restroom, so I don't need to go again. I don't know why there's all these wet floor signs. The floor is not wet, so... But yeah, it's pretty nice in here. Alright, I'll see you guys later. And if you're wondering, it actually shows the speed of the chargers here. So I'm at the 150. You can actually use the slower ones if you're handicapped. If you take longer or something, I guess you can use those. These ones are all 150. So I don't know where's the 250. Are they far away? These are all 150. All 150, all 150. Let me explore here a little bit. Because it said 250 max. I don't see any 250s. Is it all the way over here? Are these, oh, these are 250s? Okay, so you got all the 250 kilowatt hour chargers down over here. So we're charging at the slow ones. There's some cats over there in the distance. Meow, meow. So these are 250 kilowatt chargers. So I should have parked over here. Anyways, we're not in a rush. My sister told me to come around 8. If we just keep continuing, we're gonna get there like around 6. So plenty of time, no need to charge fast. And yeah, all right. We're gonna continue our trip in a bit. And I'll see y'all later. Bye. I'd show the outside. So they have these handicap accessible ramps here. Right, you can go all the way down there. Got some stairs to this place here. They got a little mini dog bathroom. Clean after your dog. They have little baggies and a little fire hydrant. That's pretty cool. And they got the cactus here with the, I think that's agave or something. And you got the aloe plants. It's pretty nice. All right, we'll see y'all later. I'm probably gonna start the trip soon. Bye. I forgot to show, but it's charged to 56% now. It's saying 185 miles, and as you can see, it costs $7.03 to charge that. Alright, we're getting close to our next stop. Exiting soon. I think it's this one. Yep. Alright. Really close. Lots of places to eat nearby, it looks like. I just need to pee. But, I see their chargers right there.
Go to gas station.
And these have some 250 watt hour chargers, so let's see if it'll actually charge up to that speed or not. Battery still preconditioning. This road is a bit rough. Nobody here, so we're good. Okay. There's some McDonald's here, some gas stations. No trucks allowed. There's a pothole of water here. There's Arby's, a Subway, petrol stations, travel store, iron skillet.
Go to the gas station. They have batteries.
It's okay. I'll charge first and then I'll look for one. Almost there. 24 empty chargers.
In 500 feet,
Alright, we're here. There's a Panda Express. Everything's closed now because we're here so late at night. But, okay. I guess it's the next one.
now your destination is on the right.
Denny's is open.
Denny's is open. Uh-oh. Did I go the wrong one?
Yeah.
Oh, no. That's right. Okay, so we're here, and they have this little solar drive-through. There's a non-Tesla right there next to the Tesla. Maybe they're traveling together. And I'm gonna guess these ones are the faster chargers, but yeah, alright, let me park real quick. I don't think it'll do the self-parking thing. Oh, it will. Okay, let's try this. Hopefully it won't hit something. Don't hit it. Don't hit it. Don't hit it. Nope. Fix it. Go. Keep going. Come on, you got it. Alright, I think we're good. Yep. There we go. We got a successful self-park. Not doing anything, it's doing it all by itself. And there we go. It didn't park far back enough, so I actually have to go into reverse and back up more. Otherwise the thing won't reach. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's plug in. Oh. Wow, so noisy over here. Okay, this one. Did I park close enough? Okay, yeah. Alright, let's see how fast this charges. It's blinking to read. And starting to charge.
There's a statue of Liberty.
15 minutes remaining to continue trip. But I'm gonna actually charge till like 80 something percent or 90%. So we'll let this go. You can see it's going 130, 140 kilowatt. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go find a restroom. It's charging at 570 miles per hour.
Okay, go to the restroom.
And you can see how fast it's charging me money. 20 something cents. It's just going like that. Alright, anyways, see you guys later. So this restroom they've decorated for Easter. Kind of interesting. But yeah, bye. Alright, so we're gonna charge to probably like 80% or something. Alright.
Okay.
Let's see. So we're going here. I found another supercharger, faster one here, close to our end stopping point. So we're gonna stop over there. 24 cents per kilowatt hour. Here we can actually see. Let's go to the battery again. So far it costs $10.05. I forgot what the start percentage was, but it was pretty low. I didn't pay attention. You can see it's actually charging lower now. I mean, I guess if you rewind back on my video, you'll see. But it's charging about 200 something miles per hour. But yeah, as you can see, even like with the fast charger, as it gets towards the end, it starts charging a lot slower. So probably about 5 minutes or so, we'll reach 80%, and then we'll continue on our trip. And I don't know why, but the UI is a little glitchy. You see how it like traps itself because it tries to put this in the middle, so then I have to kind of wiggle this thing. But if I'm searching for like superchargers and stuff, you can't wiggle this piece. It stays in the middle, so it's kind of it doesn't work right. Wait, what is this? No, that won't work. Okay, yeah, so I don't know. It's kind of annoying. It's because you lose a lot of the important information. You don't sometimes the max kilowatt hour thing is gone, and you can't see what they're charging on at like what times. But yeah, they need to figure that out, because the moment you close this, it closes that. So not a good thing. They need to fix that. I don't know how I can report that to them, but here you can see it says it will charge us to about 20%. We'll see if I drive faster this time, but it's showing about 255 miles of range. Okay, it's telling us that, how far is this? We have about 200 miles to go, but again, I'm going to drive faster this time and see what happens, and the efficiency is likely going to go down. I did a little bit faster driving during some parts, so we got 263 watt hours per mile. You can see for the whole trip we got an average of 257. Alright, so yeah, 92 miles so far traveled on that last short charge that we did, because that one was charging I think 38 cents per kilowatt hour. So this one is charging 24 cents per kilowatt hour. So I only charged a tiny bit at our last stop. But yeah, I don't know how. Oh, can I look at the charger I'm sitting on? Here we go. I don't know why they show that like closed thing, but anyways, you can see here 24 cents per kilowatt hour from I think it's 12 a.m. to 4 p.m. and then they have a separate time here from whatever to 12 a.m. But yeah, that's it, and we'll continue our journey soon. See you guys later. 79% right now. Okay, so we already burned up 2%. We're gonna be doing the mountain climb real soon, where the trucks usually have their blinkers on. And yeah, we'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, we're doing the mountain climb. Well, all the cars are like flying up this mountain. Trucks using their blinkers up there. Pushing the car now. Got people flying up this mountain.
Look, it says, where is the largest naval hospital? U.S. Naval Hospital, Okinawa. It's the largest overseas hospital in the
That
United
person
States.
flying up here.
Serving a beneficiary population of 55,000 active duty personnel, family members, civilians, employees, contract personnel, and retirees.
Whoa, buddy, stay in your own lane. driving up the mountain area part towards LA, San Diego, and you can see it was using so much energy, 759 watt hours per mile. That's more than double of what it uses on regular flat road, which makes sense. We're lifting the car up into the air, so we'll see what it shows when we go down the hill or the mountain, but yeah. Alright, see you guys later. Okay, so now we're going down the mountain. Alright, you're gonna see this number drop pretty quick, I think. I don't know if it's gonna drop anywhere close to what we had when we drove on flat ground, but it went from 750 something to 720 something now already. Right now it's not downhill enough, I guess, but it's 719. Right door pillar. Oh, something's on my right door pillar. I'm gonna have to take a look at that later. It's popping. Oh, it disappeared, but it's popping up a message saying that it's blocked. I don't know what's blocking it. Show you back when we are further down the hill, but right now it's at 688. Alright, see you guys later. Okay, so we got this. Let's see if the message will show up again. Nope, it's not showing up, but it was showing. Oh, here you go. It says to stay below 75 miles per hour to reach your destination. So because going up the hill consumes so much energy, going down it, now it's worried that we won't make it, so we'll see what happens. Worst case, I can stop at another charger for a little bit before getting to our destination. Alright, but anyways, that's that warning message. Alright, and I'll see y'all later. Okay, because we were going fast, it was saying we would arrive with like very little percent, so you can see even this 5%. I didn't want to risk it, so I'm going to charge a bit, maybe at least to 60%. And yeah, here you can see the different efficiency compared to normal. It's 310. Before I was getting 200 something. Somebody's car's broken down here, but alright, we're going to charge it up, and I need to find a restroom later. Okay, I think this one is a 250 kilowatt hour charger because it went to 170 for a bit. But my battery's not low enough to take the 250.
Oh,
so
that Tesla need a...
Yep, something happened with their car. Oh wait, what happened? Or they probably ran out of charge and then they dropped them off at the charger. Yeah.
Yeah.
They dropped them off at the charger, so they're charging now.
Yeah.
I think.
Drive too
Yep.
much.
I think they tried to push it to the 0 and then. Yeah, so here you can see how much they're charging again. Yep, they pushed it to the max. They had to like jump it or something and then go. You can see 138 kilowatt hours, 500 something miles per hour. And yeah, since the price is about the same as the other one, we might as well just charge it as much as we want. It doesn't matter. Right, anyways, see you guys later. Alright, so if I remember correctly, we charged from 40 something to 88%. Okay, so you can see we're continuing again. The full self-driving it randomly wanted to keep switching lanes several times, and then it changes its mind and goes back, so I don't know what's going on with that. So you do want to be careful with the full self-driving. Okay, it even tells you there to please keep your hands on. It disappears. But let me set this down a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna set it to 55. Here you can see the trips. What we did. So drove 2 miles now since that charging. There's the efficiency level. It's at actually shift over so we don't get in the way of this truck. Okay. Then we can do the battery thingy. And it costs $8.64 to charge about, I think that's over 40%, close to probably like 45 or more. But yeah, it costs about $8.64. Okay, we're at Ocean Beach Pier. Picked up my sister, and they want to eat Vietnamese food, I guess. So we're gonna go over there. Let's see what's on the pier over there. There's a cafe on the pier.
But to bring sand to your car? No,
That's
no.
fine. It's fine. Bring it in. That's fine. Bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it in. Alright. They have on the pier. There's a cafe over there, and there's a sailboat far away. Can we see who's in the sailboat now? Alright, see you guys. There's so many people surfing out there. Look at that. A lot of people. Whoa. I don't know. So many people out there surfing. This beach has really nice waves. See a lot of people out there surfing. Got it. Oh. Must be like a class, like they're learning. These merchant things, they got some rocks here, some sunglasses. Right. Right, then they got these ponchos and stuff here. Right. And some of this stuff. More ponchos. My sister's looking at the sunglasses. Got some hats, some kind of stones here, mushroom stones, skulls, candies, stonios. What? Got some jewelry lookings, and some more stones, and some more stones, and some more stones. Right. Got some of this stuff here. I think that's it for now. We're gonna see, I don't know what we're gonna do for lunch or breakfast, but my dad wants to go to a Vietnamese restaurant. There's some restaurants and stuff here, but I think he prefers Vietnamese food, so. Alright. On the buildings, there's this Ocean Beach Hotel. You can see they like painted some fish and some jellyfish and stuff on it. Pretty nice artwork. Got a octopus over there. Yeah. Someone's making some ginormous bubbles on the pier over there. Wait, where are they? Oh, there. He's making ginormous bubbles.
No, I don't. Thank you so much.
Ah. It won't stay focused. This house is kind of like this style house, but it's not a house. Alright, so we're now at Mission Bay Park. My sister said that she is gonna jog here or something, so drove the car all the way. Got too tired a few times. But yeah, did several charge stops. This park looks nice. So we're eating at this Saigon restaurant. Got some gak ho. Got some pho. Got this crab soup and some rice. We're waiting for some more food though. Bamboo. Okay, so we got this. And short ribs. Short ribs and this broccoli pork, I think.
Like 5 different
Chinese broccoli pork.
like
Is that pork or beef?
Pork?
That's beef.
Pork
Beef?
rib, I thought.
No, that one's pork, yeah. Okay, so there's broccoli, Chinese broccoli beef. Got fortune cookies.
They say you will be
I don't know how true that is.
awarded
And we got some
great
oranges.
honor. What that is?
I don't know if you can trust me to keep a secret, so I don't know about this one. At this Liberty Public Market. This looks like a nice fancy
Like my
area.
long shot.
You're exactly where you need to be. That's what that sign says. What is that? Moniker General? Alright, let's go walk around. The things they got. Shops and galleries, museums, Sea Hive, Artist District, Corvette Diner, and the Loma Club. They got a tractor over there. I know, sorry, it's all jittery. But yeah. We're gonna go check out the Corvette Diner, I think. Okay, so we're approaching the Corvette Diner. We'll see what's inside. We already ate, so hopefully it's not a food thing.
It is a food.
Hopefully there's more to it than just food.
It is only.
Okay, we'll find out. My sister said it's only food. So, yeah, we'll see you guys there. So you got this big Corvette Diner sign. All these plants out here. Whoa, look, it's fancy inside. Alright, I don't know if I'm allowed to film the people there, so hold on. We'll be back. They have like this. Look at that. Historical stuff. I don't know if anyone wants to read that kind of stuff. Too blurry. It's very nice. They have a little machine here. They got all these little coin operated, bless you, coin operated machine. Whoa, that's a lot of stamps. They have all those Elvis stamps. They have all these paintings or things of Elvis and other people. I think that was, am I getting confused? Madonna, Marilyn Monroe, I don't know. Madonna, no. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I think it was Marilyn Monroe. Sorry for my lack of knowledge. I recognize all the faces and stuff, but I'm not good with remembering what names go with what, so. Got all these games into it. What? What are you calling? Phone booth? Got all these paintings. Whoa. They got this Statue of Liberty. This whole arcade in here. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. What is this? They got a whole, they got a whole nother diner back here. Mr. Universe. This looks like almost like a classroom setting. It's like a little cafeteria here. They have a lot of pictures of that. Okay. And this is just like a regular arcade, it looks like, with some older machines. Cool stuff. And oh, too many people here. And they got all that old-timey stuff up there. Old-timey stuff up there. Okay, let's go back out to the main room. Please do not throw out your used game cards. Interesting. Okay. There's no phone book information in here. And of course it doesn't work. And I don't think this machine is hooked up either. Looks like there's no power. So the restroom has this on it. And Interesting. And you got this video game urinal that you gotta aim at the... Just kidding. Alright, bye. Okay, so my sister's trying to close herself in the phone booth. Looks like it works. You're gonna get trapped in there. It's stuck. I mean, this is the olden time phone booth, but the modern phone booth is the bathroom. You take your phone in the bathroom and you use it there. I don't think I got a view of this. There's all this stuff all on the walls. I don't know if you can read any of that. But all this stuff up here. Founding members. Things like that. What is this? To do is to be is to do, to be is or not to be. Doobie do is not trying. That's funny. Then they got all that other stuff up there. What's on the ceiling? There's like playing cards all on the ceiling. Interesting. We got these things here. What's that? Oh, room capacity. Interesting. There you go. It is Marilyn Monroe. And they got all that. I kind of just want to get the thing. I don't want to get in trouble by recording people. I was told the milkshakes are the bomb, so there's no going to heaven in a what? In a what? What? Can't read that. Alright, so I don't want to record people because I don't want to get in trouble, so I'm aiming at the ceiling. There's cards all over the ceiling. And got some more pictures up there. You got this, it's kind of cool. That's what the heck? And they got a car coming out of the ceiling. Kind of cool. Alright, see you guys. Of course, there's a car here, Corvette here. Waiting at the bar now. We're gonna order some milkshakes and we'll see how they taste. Alright, we'll see you guys later. Okay, so here's the menu. Is it somebody's birthday? Uh-oh. This is what the menu looks like. Got drinks. What else they got? We already ate, so we're just getting like dessert kind of thing. Uh-huh. Platters. So we got... Okay, so I think I showed that side. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm done. We're gonna order, we ordered our food and it'll be out soon. So we got our number. This is my lucky number, my favorite number. So hopefully it turns out good. We'll see. My birthday. But it's on May, not April. Uh-oh, this is a Pepsi supporter. I'm out of here. I'm for Coke, just kidding. This is the Elvis smoothie. I don't know how this works. They give you this, and then this is the banana berry. Wait, is this mixed up? I'm confused. Oh, so they give you the extra. Okay. Okay, we'll see how this tastes. Interesting. I might have liked strawberry better. Okay, I taste it. Okay, after tasting a bit, it's pretty good. It's like a peanut butter. Tastes peanut buttery. Pretty good, actually. Yeah, if you like peanut butter mixed stuff, like Reese's and things like that, this is pretty good. Oh, the brownie sundae came. That's what my mom ordered. We're all gonna be eating it, I guess. It's a lot of food. We'll all be eating it. It's okay. I'll pay for it. Okay, I'm gonna try the strawberry banana one. found the brownie. It's all the way at the bottom. Very good. That's good too. Alright, see you guys later. Bye. My sister can fit in here. I don't think you can contort yourself that way. Oh, whoa. But will it close?
Yeah. Close it slowly.
Okay, let's see. What the? My dear can fit in there.
Can you breathe?
Can
in there?
what?
Oh,
She,
what
what the heck? My dear can fit in
You're skinny. Well, you
Look,
fit
you can
too.
fit a full-size adult in here.
You go ahead now.
I was gonna see if he can fit in there.
Daddy can go. I can go. Inside.
What?
How am I getting ready?
How did you do it?
Very flexible.
She bent and then leaned a little to the side. I don't think you. I don't think so. No. It's too high. It's too high. Too high. No, it's too high. Too high. Ready?
Just like that. Yeah. Like that.
He still have like 2 inches to shrink. Yeah, be careful, don't hit your head on the latch. We're still at the Corvette Diner area place. There's this interesting tree. Look at the way these things grow. They have this nice waterfront here. I guess this is connected to the ocean. That's it. It goes out. And they go out there.
Both ram, but they don't have a rope for the car.
Huh.
Just kind of drive over the walkway. Sidewalk.
See, they launch the airplanes from here. Turbulence! Another plane launch. Turbulence! Oh, one plane is taking off over there. That's a Delta. Too turbulent. I can't find it. Bye. Right, so we're heading back home now. Battery, we started around 23 or 24%. It's now 22. We're driving to the first supercharger. It was about like 6 miles away or something. And I reset trip A so we can kind of see what's going on. Let's see here. So if you go in there and go to trips, we reset trip A. You can see it also, actually it reset since the initial charge, so that's more accurate because we charged a tiny bit with a 120 volt, 110, 120 volt outlet with the charger that came with the car. So we're gonna test it with that. Let me speed up a bit for this. Oh, this is going way too slow. And yeah, let's see. The car didn't see that sign that said the speed limit change or slows to 45 for the curve. So those kinds of things you have to keep in mind. If you're reaching a sharp turn, you see this, it says 35. The car didn't slow down at all on its own, so I took it out of the full self-driving. So you want to be careful with those. If the car doesn't know, you might just take these at full speed, and that could be a little dangerous. So keep that in mind. Right, anyways, we have that current trip and since last charge, so we can use that to kind of tell what's going on here. Alright, we'll see you guys in a bit. So, funny thing happened. We had this charge station that it was telling us to go to, and then it randomly like rerouted itself, and apparently because it detected that all the charge stations were filled up, it got rid of that stop. But that stop, the charging is cheaper, and then the one it was rerouting to costs more.
Just wait.
So we're just gonna wait and go to this original one that it was telling us to. I had to look for the superchargers again, and now it shows there's only one station left, but that's okay. So we're gonna drive around and look for it. Okay, you can see this whole charging station.
That guy is leaving.
He is?
Yeah, he's leaving.
You sure?
Yeah.
No, somebody's behind me going. So it's so full here.
He's leaving. Okay,
So we got
Oh, yeah.
someone that's leaving.
yeah.
We're gonna take the parking. No, he's right behind.
No, he's
Look at him, he's driving. I cannot back into another car. Can't you see him right there on the, look at the screen. There. Apparently the side repeater cameras weren't working. I don't know if that's because the low charge, but all right, I'm gonna go plug it in. These chargers are interesting. They put a plastic backing here. All right, got this. Let's go ahead and open it up and plug it in. There's so many cars here. Oh, the plastic is so people can't park on the other side. So that way you can't go from the other side and take the charger. You have to park all from one side. And then they have the slow chargers over there. So people are parking all over. But the supercharger, wow, even with that many cars, oh my God, that's fast. This is the fastest I've ever seen my car charge. 250 kilowatt, it's doing 250 kilowatts right now. 1,043 miles per hour. 1 kilowatt per hour. Let's go ahead and look at the trip thing. So you can see the trips. That's what we did for the current one. It's probably going to reset itself. Oh, actually the since last charge thing will reset itself. And the current trip was just for that one drive. So this is, both of these are going to reset. Trip A, I probably should have set something. But yeah, so this current trip is the accurate one. So we got to add a couple miles to trip A to make it accurate for when we started. But yeah, other than that, let this charge a bit. You can see the speed it's charging already is dropping, and that usually happens. So it did like 5% in a few seconds. But the last bit, as it gets more full, it's just going to go slower and slower and slower. So yeah, usually the top speed of the charger isn't too crazy important as long as the low end isn't too slow. So yeah, because the top speed, once you charge up a little bit, it's gonna slow down a lot. So it'll get you the initial few percent, and then it will start dropping and dropping and dropping. But yeah, we'll let it charge. Probably will charge up to 88%, and then we'll continue on our journey. Okay, I found out what was going on, why I couldn't see the side repeater cameras. This thing, you just have to swipe it up. I don't know why you would ever want to just only see this camera. Maybe when we had it on backup camera, somebody accidentally hit it, or we swiped it down wrong, or I don't know. So I don't know, but for some reason, you have to have that swiped up. I was like, it doesn't make sense. Why would the side repeaters turn off when there's low battery? Because then that means it'll crash if you're self-driving, because it won't see what's next to the car. But yeah, so here you can see 30 minutes remaining, and the charge is lowered down to 164. So right now it's close to what a 150 kilowatt charger would do. So that's why the initial doesn't really matter too much unless your battery's really low. So here you can see 38%. So if your battery's like 20% or lower, then the 250 kilowatt charger will be a lot faster for those initial percents to get you up to like 40 or so 50. But other than that, then the 50 kilowatt one's pretty much the same. Alright, and yeah, we'll continue letting it charge, and we'll be on our way once it's done. Okay, so here you can see we're at 43%, and the charge rate is only 134 kilowatts now. So yeah, I think above 40%, 250 kilowatt charger won't really do much. But yeah, alright, and as you can see, the side repeaters, if you pull this up and down, so you don't have to worry about the little arrow part pulling it up and down, I don't understand like why anyone would want that feature. I feel like they should get rid of it because it'll just confuse people as to why they can't see these two cameras down here. Or maybe someone will always have it like this and never know that they even had the option for this. So yeah, I don't know why you would ever need the other option. It's not like it gives you any additional stuff unless you can, I don't know, maybe you can tap that easier. Let's see. So if I push this and this is up, I mean, you can tap the top anyways, so yeah, so I don't really see the point of that. Alright, anyways, I'm going to leave the cameras like that, and we'll continue letting it charge 30 minutes or so, and we'll be on our way. Also, because the battery went so low, Sentry mode turned off, so I'm going to turn it back on. Alright, let's turn off the air. Alright, so as you can see, 25 minutes remaining. It's now charging at 84 kilowatts. So originally it hit 250 and now it's 84. That's when we're hitting around 60%. So keep that in mind. If you're charging at higher battery percentages, you probably don't need to worry if the charger is a 75 kilowatt charger or not. It won't make too much difference. But if you're charging from, again, from like low 20% or so, you can actually get a lot more charge a lot faster using the other chargers. So yeah, so there is a benefit to those slow chargers over there. So like if you're shopping, so there's a Bloomingdale's here, and there's like a shopping mall area. So if you were to charge at one of these and you wanted to go shopping, you're gonna have to get out of your like stop shopping and go back to your car once it's done. Otherwise you're gonna have to pay a lot of idle fees. So the benefit of charging at one of those, even if you're at a lower charge capacity, because it will charge at a slower rate, then you essentially get to shop longer with uninterrupted. Otherwise, if you're gonna plug in there and then sit in your car, then you're gonna have to sit longer. So it depends on your purpose. If you're planning to go somewhere and do something while it's charging, then the slow charger might actually be a better option than the fast charger. But if you don't want to worry at all, then you can sit in your car while it's fast charging, or shop for a little bit, come back real quick, wait for it to finish charging, and then move your car to an actual parking spot. So those are the other options. And then yeah, as you can see, once it hit 65%, it was going below the 75 kilowatt charge rate. And also don't be like messed up Tesla owner and don't just like sit in the charging port and unplug your charger. That's messed up. These are for charging, solely for charging. It's not like you go to a gas pump, leave your car there without filling gas, and then use it as a parking spot. That would be messed up. So this is exactly the same. So treat it as a gas pump, don't treat it as a parking spot. And yeah, all right, see you guys later. Another thing I noticed with the charge stations, because a lot of them end up in like shopping centers and things like that, if you plan to use the restroom at the charging station, keep in mind that you might have to make quite a walk. So yeah, and also if you're going at certain hours, if the places are closed, then you're definitely not going to have a bathroom, so you might have to look for a bathroom elsewhere. There are ones with bathrooms that you can find, or you can always go to a rest stop, though it's usually nice to combine the charging time with your bathroom stop and everything, so you can do it all in one go. But yeah, if you have to, you have to. So yeah, just want to let people know, you don't always have a bathroom to go to when you reach a charging station, so keep that in mind and be prepared for additional trips just for bathroom if you really need to go. All right, that's it. All right, so here it shows the next charger we're going to stop at, 184.3 miles away. It says to let it charge another 20 minutes before continuing the trip. I don't think that's to charge to the full 88%. I think that might just be to charge until we can get to this charge point. But the nice thing with this is it knows the chargers are available. So it's not like where at a gas station you go and it ends up the gas station is closed or the pumps are broken. For the most part, it'll be pretty accurate with what pump or what charging, how many charging stations and everything there are. Let me actually swipe this out of the way. So here you can see it says there's a long wait. There's 24 stalls there, and it will actually show you like how many are available. So right now it's showing 1. Okay, and then you can see like the time and everything here of when it's cheaper. So we started leaving, I think this charging station was cheaper, the one that we're at right now was cheaper at 7 o'clock or something, or 8. I think it was 7. That's why we kind of waited to leave. It's now 8:05. But this one, as you can see, it's not until 9 where it's cheaper. So you do want to pay attention. The times where it's cheaper and more expensive aren't always the same. It's always changing around, though most of them are pretty similar. But yeah, it can change on you. So let's actually see what they're charging for this. We started charging, I think, around 20%. Oops. So we'll go to the battery, and so far you can see it costs us $10.60 to do that 54%. Alright, anyways, we'll let it keep charging and we'll see you guys in a bit. 1063 or 1065. Also, you can see how much it dropped at 75%. The charge rate is now 56 kilowatts. The amount of cars hasn't really changed. People keep pulling in and out, and yeah, so it's mostly just the battery level that causes it to go slower and slower like this, not so much the chargers themselves. So yeah. Oh, and also, if I didn't mention it already, these side cameras, now these are like essential. I can't really live without this. So when I was backing into the parking spot, it's so much less convenient to have to like check this camera or that mirror, check that mirror, and make sure you're not going to hit anything on both sides. Even with the lines for the backup camera, it doesn't like really get the corner edges of your car, so you never know, you could end up backing up and hitting something. So these cameras are essential because you can see where the wheel and the outer edge of your car is here, and you can also see your mirror like there and there, so you know you're like not gonna smack your mirror, and you know you're not gonna smack your wheel. At least I think that's the, is that the mirror? Can let me get my hand over there. Oh yeah, see, that's my hand under the mirror. So that's you can see the mirror and your wheels, so that's amazing. That's, yeah, for backing up, you shouldn't hit anything. If you see the curb, you should just not even get close to it. I've seen so many people curb their wheels. What I do now when I park, if I'm going into like a parallel parking or parking along a sidewalk or something, is I'll always like only back into it. If I have to drive forward into it, I'll drive forward, but be pretty far from the curb, and then I'll use the backup cameras and back into it as close as I can, and then adjust the front after that. So it makes a huge difference. And yeah, I'm a little bit scared to let somebody drive my car, because then they'll curb the wheels not knowing that. But or yeah, anyways, 77%, 52 kilowatts charging rate now. Alright, much slower, but we'll let it keep going. Alright, and we'll see you all later. Alright, so one thing I noticed, as you can see, 7 minutes remaining to continue trip. We're at 83%, so it's going to charge 5% more until I reach my 88% limit. But if you look at this, the charge point it wants to go to next is in Tejon Ranch. Alright, 4% when we arrive there. That's with the current charge. So as we charge, someone was asking about where I got my car wrapped, but we're in San Diego, so I don't think they would drive all the way to the Bay Area to to have it done. But they liked how it looked. So anyways, here you can see 84%, 6 minutes remaining. All right, 41 kilowatts. All right, and yeah, as you can see, now it's showing 6% will be remaining. So I'm gonna have to drive slow. I'm probably gonna have to do my regular 55 mile an hour travel. We'll see how much battery we have remaining, assuming, because usually this estimate is probably going to be a little bit closer to people driving faster. So if I drive 55, we'll hopefully end up with more charge than that. But if anything, that shouldn't be a problem. So right now you see how far it's like stopping to charge there, and then we end up there. So this right now, they're like doing very few charge points in between. But if you're worried, you don't really have to worry too much. So if you tap anywhere on the screen, you can see this navigate thing comes up. You can navigate, you can go to charging, and look at all these charging spots in between. So if you're worried, oh, my dad's sleeping, so, but if you're worried, we're right there. You can see all these charging points all the way along this, and then it will reach our charge point in the middle of nowhere here. So between here and here, you do want to make sure you're not going to end up stranded. That might be an issue, so you want to monitor how much charge range you have left. If it's accurate to how much it's saying, if you see the battery percentage left by the time you get here going down, you want to stop and charge early, okay? You don't want to wait till the end. So if you see this and it tells you 7% remaining by the time you get here, and if you start seeing that percent dropping, you don't want to wait until you get here, because you're likely not going to make it. The car will actually start warning you, telling you don't drive beyond 80 miles an hour, don't drive beyond 70 miles an hour, otherwise you won't make it. If the car detects that you won't make it, it will reroute you to another charger. So there is that, but if you want to take preventative measures and kind of just to be extra safe, you can stop at a charger that's earlier than the one that they're giving you. All right, so yeah, just keep that in mind. Here you can see we have 5 minutes remaining until we reach the 88%, and then we're going to continue the trip, which means this 7% should be more like 9. But yeah, all right, then we'll continue our trip, and I'll see you guys when we're kind of getting closer to there, or if something interesting happens. So apparently it charged to 90%, not the 88 that I set. So let's go ahead and unplug, and we'll be on our way. All right, so let's pull this thing out. Put this is kind of weird because it's reverse of how I usually see this, so it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. But all right, we're about to head out now. And here you can see, oops, uh-oh, where is it going now? Why is it rerouting me everywhere? So I guess now it's rerouting me because something, either it didn't like the charger or it found a better one. But here you can see, okay, we'll end up there with 12%. So we'll be on our way, and we'll see you guys later. Bye. My mom reminded me we didn't check how much it costs. So there you go, $13.44 to charge from 20% to 90%. So 70% of battery range costs about $13.44. All right, anyway, see you guys later. I should have checked how much energy was used, because that's like what's pretty much being filled. But anyways, here you can see everything reset there, and our distance, you can see. All right, trip A, trip B. What happened with they used to have an option to see, like, since you're owning the car, they don't show how much energy and everything since owning the car. I kind of wanted to see that. So, but yeah, they got rid of that. I don't know why. All right, bye. All right, so we're keeping at around 55 miles per hour. The initial starting, getting on the freeway and stuff, of course I did go faster and things like that. But here you can see it's saying we'll arrive there with 20%. So that percentage keeps going higher and higher. So the car is pretty smart. It will know as you continue driving how much percentage you'll have left when you arrive there. If you drive less efficient, it will readjust, and it will tell you you're not going to have enough charge, and you can either pick a new charging station, or I think it will actually choose one for you. If it doesn't, you could always just cancel the route and then put a new route, or put the same route again, and it will pick all the new chargers for you. But I think it will automatically pick them for you as you go. All right, anyways, we'll get there. As you can see, now it's showing 18%. So at 19%, it's adjusting as we go. So as we start driving up hills, down hills, it'll kind of calculate for that and readjust. So yeah, keep that in mind. And of course, you don't want to end up with too low percentage. So I would say you should have at least 10% when you arrive on the estimate. That way you have a somewhat of a border in case you end up having like a last minute hill climb or something like that. You want to have that extra safety border. Otherwise, if you have good towing, I guess you could get towed to the supercharger and have them like jump it so that you can plug it in. But other than that, yeah, we'll continue on our trip. See you guys when we get to the next charging station, most likely. Right, so while the car was in full self-driving, or autopilot, auto steer, I was pushing the accelerator because it wanted to merge into the HOV lane. Though technically I shouldn't go to the HOV lane because I'm driving slow, like 55, 60 something, right? So, oops, right now it's set itself. I need to lower that down again. But yeah, so now if I try and enable this, the autopilot, it gives me this message, and it says that it's no longer available until for the rest of this drive, because I exceeded the speed that the autopilot was okay with. So anyways, keep that in mind if you're doing autopilot, not to drive too fast. So I mean, leave the speed set to whatever the speed is. If you want, you can adjust it with the little scroll wheel knob on the right, and that should prevent you from getting disengaged. And the reason I got disengaged was because I used the pedal to adjust the speed. So I pushed it to go faster because it wanted to merge in, but there were too many cars, so I had to speed up to let it merge in. So yeah, if you want to speed up to merge in, use the little scroll wheel on the right, and that should solve the problem instead of using the pedal. Then you won't ever get that disengaged because of going too fast option. Alright, I'm going to slow down so this truck can get in. But yeah, we'll see you guys at the next charger unless something else interesting happens. Bye. Alright, so we hit really bad traffic now. The one nice thing with electric cars is they're actually more efficient at slower speeds, like city speeds. So what you do, if you want, you can actually like just shut off the air and then just open the windows a little if you're not going too fast, and you can actually get a lot more efficient, more range with this. And because the car's not running an engine or anything, when you're just sitting there, you're not burning up energy doing nothing, or very little, because it's just leaving the lights and the screen on. But that's very little compared to the energy it takes to move the vehicle. And also, of course, you don't want to use the brake pedal unless absolutely necessary. The brake pedal should be for like emergency stopping only. I almost never use the brake pedal unless I misjudge the stopping time, and I have to like push it to stop it behind the line or something like that. So the brake pedal you'll actually almost never use in the Tesla unless someone is like cutting you off or something and you really need to suddenly stop. Maybe they're brake checking you or something, or maybe something ends up in the road that you weren't expecting. So yeah, the brake pedal, I rarely use it, though you do want to press it every now and then just to clean off the rotors and stuff, because otherwise it'll just get plated with rust. So every so often you'll actually want to use the brakes. I don't know what the recommended amount to use it, but you won't really use it much, so keep that in mind. And if you do use the brake, you'll see how your car will be much less efficient if you look at the energy usage and the trip thing. So let's go in the trips here. I was hoping the traffic would be a complete stop so that I could stop the car completely and then turn on the autopilot to do it on its own. But right now we're still moving and there's no complete stop, so I can't do that. But if it does happen, I will put the car in park, then put it back in drive, and hopefully that will turn the autopilot back on, because autopilot is best for situations like this where it's just like really slow stop and go traffic, because then it can see where all the other cars are and it'll just follow them and stay in its lane. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And if anything changes, maybe once I stop, if I can get autopilot back on, I'll let you guys know. So if that does work, then you could technically just pull over to the shoulder like this and then park the car, but we'll see. I don't want to pull over to a shoulder right now, so I'll just drive like normal. Okay, see you guys later. So here you can see we're still stuck in traffic. We've gone about 45 miles since the last charge, 230 watt-hours per mile. Alright, I'm going about 39 miles an hour or so. Okay, and this is a 65 limit? I thought it was 70, but 65. So yeah, not much has changed. We're just still in traffic. I don't know where everybody's going, if they're all visiting their family in San Diego or something. But yeah, I wasn't expecting crazy traffic like this. Here you can see the expected range when we reach the next charger is now 29%. So because of this super slow speed that we've been going, not going traffic, like not going freeway, highway speeds, yeah, the percentage of battery remaining when we get there will be a lot higher. So yeah, speed does greatly affect your range, so keep that in mind. People don't think about it, but the difference between going like 55 and 65 or even 75 or 80 is a huge difference. Your range will be greatly affected. You can like shave off over 100 miles of range just by going from 55 to 80 miles an hour. So yeah, keep an eye on that, and try and think about how driving fast affects your range and speed. I understand a lot of people like to drive fast, but you don't really think about it. It's fun, but it's also more stressful. So if you're not in a hurry to get anywhere and you're able to like take it slow, you'll actually have a happier life than trying to speed around everywhere and get to wherever you want to go. So if you have a deadline, then I understand, but see, like things like this, there's no need to get stressed out about it. Just keep going. If you want, let Autopilot do the work. Of course, I haven't stopped to park yet, so I don't have my Autopilot to do the work. But there is the adaptive cruise control that's still available, which basically will just keep my certain amount of distance from the cars and maintain the speed. But yeah, I don't mind. If I'm going to be driving the steering, then I'll just drive. So yep, and we'll see you guys later. I don't know when, but we'll see if we ever stop completely. So far the traffic hasn't stopped, it just continues at a slow pace. So I didn't have a time to park the car and try starting it again to see if that will bring back the Autopilot right away, or if you have to have like a longer stop. Anyways, see you guys later. Oh, someone's on the side of the road. Alright, so we're back at the Tejon Ranch. We went here last time. Oops, I'm trying to turn this off by holding that button. And you can see, same place, but now everything appears to be open. All the stores, or at least their lights are on. The Denny's lights on and everything. Chipotle's lights are on. Okay, so we're going to be charging here now. I guess we'll just charge it same like before. Probably to 88 or 90%. Because why not? Oh, I need to show like how much travel and everything we've done from that last charge. Oh, that charge port was like sandy or something. That's gross. Alright, well, we'll let that charge. And here you can see it's going to reset the supercharging in a bit. So right now it's showing 1344, I think, from last time. If we go in here, oh, yep, now it's probably reset. So here you can see the trips. We did 201 miles on that charge with 25% remaining. Okay, we charged to 90, 25% remaining, 201 miles, average 243 watt hours per mile, as you can see. And then there's the trip A from when I reset it, I think that was when I first started it, right? Trip B, I think, was when I started it, reset it when we were on our way here to San Diego, and I started it late, but yeah. So there's that. You can see it's charging 137, excuse me. And we'll charge it to 88. It might make it do 90, but here you can see we're going to charge, and then it will make us go to one more supercharger. We'll see how that charger station is. Let's see here, where is that? Oh man, it's so far away. Okay, here we go. This one has a lot of stations, and that's 38 cents per kilowatt hour. So I'm likely going to select a different one, not that one, but they do have 250 kilowatt chargers. But I'll try and find one that after certain hours it's cheaper, because those are about 24 cents instead of 38 cents per kilowatt hour. Anyways, we're going to use the restroom, and then once it's done charging, we'll continue on our way. Okay, so we ended up going to the restroom first, and after we charged, we stopped charging for a bit, and now we moved to this charger because there's no cars over here on this side. And right now it's charging about 140 kilowatts. There we go. Alright, so we'll let that charge a bit, and then we'll continue on our trip. See you guys later. There's all these fallen chargers here. It's really windy, so I think probably people just didn't put them in properly, because if you just shove it, you have to like kind of check, make sure it like locks in. See, sometimes it falls out, or maybe this is broken. Yeah, maybe it's broken. There we go. There's another one here. Is this one broken too? Yeah, that's another thing. The charger's good. Uh-oh, he went too far. The chargers are pretty short, so you have to make sure, like in the camera, that your car is backed over these little bump things. So yeah, before I was like backing up to where it's like not there, and then it can't reach. It never reaches long enough. So you always want to make sure in your backup camera that these bumper things are underneath, that you can't see it in the camera anymore. And then if you want, back up a tiny bit more and you should be good. Alright, we'll see what we're gonna do next. See you guys in a bit. Alright, so it looks like I might actually be able to make it home after just charging this one other time. So one charge before leaving and one charge in the middle. You can see if we charge to 88%, it says we'll make it home with 2%, but because I drive more efficiently, I'm thinking it's going to be closer to like 15% or something. So we'll see what happens. We might stop at a charger in the middle, we might not, but you can see we have 263 miles to go. So yeah, that's it, and we'll see you guys if something interesting happens. So I forgot to record earlier, but when we first started charging here, it went from 25 to 29, then we drove to the bathroom, then we started charging again. That's why all of these trip things reset themselves. And here you can see, alright, so here you can see trip A is like when we were starting. What else? Oh yeah, the battery thing. So I'm charging to 90. I have a feeling it's going to want to charge to more than 90, but we'll see, because it says we'll arrive there with 4%. Let's go ahead and check here how much it's costing so far. So $11.64, not too bad, it's about the same. So that means charging twice, I think, if that's good enough to get from here to San Diego. Yeah, so that's like 24 bucks to go from San Diego one way, and then we'll just charge it all up when I get home. Alright, so here you can see it's already 90%, but it says 10 minutes remaining to continue trip. So I have a feeling it wants to charge to more than 90%. What is happening? I didn't really want to charge beyond 90% because that's not really too good for the battery. So I might just stop the charge right now, and if the battery drops too low, then I will probably charge some more, but we'll see. Maybe I'll let it go a little bit more. But yeah, because I'm going to drive more efficient, I have a feeling we'll have more than 10% left when we get home, but we'll find out, because that's 263 miles, a nearly 4-hour drive. Right? I mean, we're going to be driving slower, so it's actually going to be probably like almost 5 hours. But anyways, yep, see you later. Alright, so I ended up charging to 91%, I forgot to show, so it costs $11.52. Alright, and yeah, we're going to continue our trip. Right, so we're at this, what is it called? I think it's the Kettleman one. Kettleman City, California.
How you open
Oh,
it?
it's not in there, it's in here.
Oh.
Okay, so at the Kettleman City, I didn't mention before because I didn't think about it. Alright, so you can see we're only charging at 10 kilowatts, which is very slow. And it's going to take 2 hours and 55 minutes if we wanted to charge to the 90%. I don't know if we're actually going to do that, but we're going to rest here because I've been driving so much and I haven't slept in the last 2 days, slept much in the last 2 days. So I already showed this place with the little fire hydrant, but the one thing I didn't realize, I forgot, these are I think they're called the charge point chargers or destination whatever, and they're not superchargers, so they don't charge you for it. They are in the handicap spot, but the wire is really long. So as you can see, there's one car over there and he plugged it in, even though he's in the regular 150 watt. So these wires are long. I think as long as you're not as long as you're over here and nobody's in the handicap one using it, then yeah, that cable reaches really far, as you can see. So they didn't restrict it in any way to make it so you can only plug into a car that's in the handicap. Like, you can see how long that is. So that's pretty nice. I think you can park over here if you really wanted to and charge Yeah. All right, so that's it. Let's go see about resting. I don't know if, excuse me, I don't know if I can rest inside. If not, I'll just rest in the car because we can run the temperature and everything. All right, I'll see you guys later. Oh, so one thing that's cool at this Kettleman City Tesla station, they have this. It's the first time I've seen that. You can pull the door out with your foot. That's nice, so you don't have to use your hand. All right, I'm gonna go rest. So charging is complete. It was raining all last night, so you hear all this tapping noise. All right, let's actually see if I can, there we go. Okay, you're on the wipers. Right here you can see trip information. It's still the same because we didn't unplug yet, and then it will reset to 0. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then we're gonna continue, and that's should arrive home once that's done. All right, see you guys. All right, so a lot of people are having trouble with getting the code to get into like those Tesla stations. What you do is when you arrive, it's not going to show anything on your screen. You have to navigate, go to charging, find the one that you're actually sitting on. Oh, so go to the one where your arrow is, tap on it. Oops, not that. And then once you do that, once you tap that, it'll actually show up on here, and that's how you get it. It'll show in this little box there. So depending which location you're at, it'll change, but that's where it will show entry code and whatever. All right, that's it. Okay, so testing the autopilot in the rain. It did pop up an error on the message saying poor weather, and I think it said navigate on autopilot is disabled because of that. The way you know it's navigating is instead of the 2 lanes showing, it actually will show a line for where it's going. But since it's showing the 2 lane markers, that means it's not actually following the navigation, it's just staying between the lines. Okay. And the windshield wipers are on auto right now. At one point it was setting the speed to the max, which I don't know why. It wasn't really that much different. But yeah, right now it just does it however it wants. And again, if you want to turn it on or off, you can push this button on the end in, and then it will give you the options there on the screen. Okay, we'll see you guys later. See the rain moving along the window. It's all like that. So when you use the wiper fluid, it's a little bit annoying because it gets all along there during dry weather, but during the rain it like washes it. Okay, the rain is a lot harder now. It's nowhere near what I've experienced in some other states, but for California this is quite a bit of rain right now. So we're gonna pass through this truck that's gonna shoot all their water at us. I want that truck in front of me to hurry up so I can pass them quicker. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is getting closer to what I've experienced in other states. But in some states you'll get like the water just forms sheets on your windshield and you can't really see anything. I'm gonna speed up to pass this truck, but the other truck in front is in the way. Wow, it's raining a lot right now. And that person doesn't even have their tail lights on. Alright, see you guys later. What a nice view over here. We're in all these hills. Exit now for some fruits and vegetables. See you guys later. Alright, you can see the sparse clouds in the sky. The hills in the back. It's really nice. See, over there, hill. like they trimmed that one down. Just wanted to show this because I've been driving somewhat fast. Instead of arriving with 30%, it's now showing 17. So yeah, depending how you drive, it can make a huge difference. So if you're going to be driving fast, make sure you have a lot of extra range left to get to your destination, whether it's a charter or your final stopping point. But yeah, now we're behind this truck that's going super slow, so I guess we'll get some efficiency back. You
Really?
can see the mountains over there.
I think that truck,
Yeah.
it says in 2024.
So the truck, because I wanted to get that, and there's such a long wait.
Yeah. 'Cause
So-
they build it in Germany.
No, they're gonna build it in Texas, but because there's such a long wait, like so many people reserved it. Last time for I think the Model 3 when they first came out with it, or the Model X, they said that the people that own a Tesla first already, then they get priority. So maybe if that happens with the truck, then having this car actually help. But look, we got the nice water view over
Model
here.
X though, right?
Yep, you got some nice views over here. So we're taking it easy and slow following this truck for many miles. So right now you can see the views. Got these old farms. Nice house on the hills. And some cows over here. There are little goats. I got a little bit of it. Oops. Didn't mean to get copyrighted on myself. There's more cows over there. I thought I was gonna get to pass the big trucks, but this truck is much slower than those trucks. Now we're stuck, and the trucks, they luckily stayed on the left side, so they now merged over. So when we get to the right turn, they might be following us. There's another truck delivering Teslas. We passed like 3 or 4 of those on the way back.
1, 2, 3, 4. I think
So many.
white is more.
We're stuck behind the truck again. Hopefully this road has 2 lanes so we can go around. Okay, good. There's 2 lanes here. Okay, let's go. Oh no, it's gonna turn back to 1. That's not useful. That wasn't enough time to merge around. Okay. Now we can go. Go, 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 go. Let that van pass. And then we'll go, go, go. Alright, we finally got around the truck. Now we're on just normal freeway. No more nice scenery around. Uh-oh, this truck wants to go over. Let's get out of their way.
See how dirty it looks?
See how dirty it looks. Oh, the white car color. Doesn't look bad. Alright, so of course we made it home. Alright, you can check the battery. We got to 20%. I was driving pretty fast, which caused it to drain faster. Yeah, that's the same from last time. We didn't supercharge at the last one. We just used the destination charging thing. Here you can see, alright, 174 miles, 297. So the 174 miles at the speed I was driving drained, I think we charged to 90%. So yeah, it drained 70%. Alright. There you go. You can see all the trip. So the total trip we did was this 835, at least when I remembered to turn it on. And then the final one, the second trip also when I remembered to turn on, was 473 miles. So probably about 500 miles for the trip. Alright. Okay, and there we go. And now we got about 1,316 miles on the car. Okay, One other thing I wanted to check, I don't know if I'm forgetting anything, but one other thing, let's get out of the car here. Okay, so with the rain wiping it down and everything, most of it looks good. There's some of this stuff that got some stuff on it. Right. And the only thing I kind of noticed here is, which I was expecting, because a lot of people, they get the mud flaps. You can see stuff got kicked up there, stuff got kicked up there. I'm wondering if this plastic is permanently scratched or can it be cleaned off? It looks all right. Okay, so we'll get all the stuff kicked up onto the wrap, and it all goes right there, and it looks good. All right, so I think we should be fine. I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna wipe down the whole car. And yeah, so that was the end of our trip. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. The cats are fighting. All right, bye.